All right, trucks in North Wilkesboro. Don't worry about the steering settings. Do whatever's comfortable, and then raise your brake bias a bit. I'm just gonna tick it up to 60. Excuse me, 66. I have the hiccups right now. Don't worry about it. um, I'm getting really unstable under braking and corner entry, super loose. Excuse me. And when that happens, usually that means I want to raise the brake bias, but I still want that rotation mid corner. So I think I'm just need to be entering corners earlier. That's what I'll recommend to you guys, and I'll show you what we're talking about a little later. Let's try to hit a good lap first then. Try to get turned really early down to the bottom, and then drive straight here, try to open up the wheel. Didn't have a great angle, so I'm going to back out of it and set it for a lap 2. Better. Gosh, never mind. We'll set it for a cheater third lap. I just apex just slightly too early there. Later apex here. Early to the bottom. Roll it. We're gonna make up all that time back here and more.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
19.24 should be decent. What track temperature are we at here? 107. Yeah, that's a decent time for a 107 track temp. The reference time I was going after was a 0.97, but that was on a 102 track temp. More or less tracks. I think I'm probably like half a tenth off equivalent after the track temp is taken into account. So setting up for the lap, I'm just starting up by the wall, letting it roll, and the moment it points down, I'm trying to apex kind of around pit entry, or else you're gonna get really loose as you're trying to come up off this corner. If you apex too early, you're gonna have too much wheel in it, so that when you get on the throttle, it's just gonna spin the car out. I still have the hiccups. I've done this take like 8 times, and I've messed them all up mostly because I've been hiccuping mid-corner. I don't know when the hiccups are going to go away, so I'm just rolling with it. So anyway, turn 1. I want to get my nose pointed before the corner begins. If you enter the corner too straight, you have to slow the car down too much to turn it down to the bottom. So I'm really trying to yaw the car. Don't ask what's going on with this paint. I have no clue. I'm trying to yaw the car very slightly before the corner actually begins, so that when I enter the corner, it's easier for me to go on this path down the track, and I don't have to use too much wheel to do it. Then when I pick up the throttle, I'm trying to pick it up and apex super late in the corner, like as late in the corner as possible, because I want to have as little wheel coming off of this right here. This transition right here is really rough if you have any sort of steering wheel in it. Like you can see, I still got loose, and I was barely even turned at all. So imagine how loose you're going to get if you have the wheel turned more than that. So you just got to yaw the car slightly, not enough to turn it all the way down, but enough to keep it turning. Apex is as late in the corner as possible so that you can have as little steering wheel coming back up the track. All right, then turn 3, brake a lot earlier than you think. You can dive bomb this corner, gain a lot of time on entry, but then you just slide up on exit. So I actually really like just arcing into the corner, really early corner entry. Trail brake, so more brake when you're on the straightaway, and then as you turn in, let off the brake. Then just drag it, and then pick up that throttle. Keep it on the bottom until you get to pit road entry lines right here. And then at that point, open up the wheel and go. If you pick up the gas too early, say like right here, you're gonna have to have too much wheel in the car, and it's gonna spin out coming off of this transition. So you got to be a little bit patient down there. You could probably push the corner a little more than I did, but the right rear, it doesn't have a lot of grip there, so it's gonna be a little difficult for the car to survive. In terms of long run, truck short track, you're not going to get many long runs probably, but in the case that you do, couple ways you can approach it. I always love this line in 3 and 4. I love roll and bottom 3 and 4. 1 and 2, you can go a lot of ways with it. The late apex I always like, as long as you don't overdrive corner entry. You see how much time I can make back up on it? Like only less than a tenth off there, and I was like just completely underdriving entry. 3 and 4, just love to keep it down as long as possible. Keep the tire scrubbing to a minimum. Some people I think also kind of run the high line of the 1 and 2 here. You can see that's pretty decent. Excuse me. When I get the hiccups, they stick around for a very long time. So I'm just like, screw it, I'm still recording. But you can hear, listen how closely, and I can even go down here and just kind of let it roll. You still want to get this, and you still want to open up the wheel. Oh, that was bad. So that was bad because I slid my rear tire on entry. I want no tire sliding, no scrubbing of any kind. Doesn't matter what line I take. I can take so many different lines here. Just no sliding. Notice how I'm getting on the gas a little bit later in 3 and 4 to completely avoid the sliding. Let's see how the top works, 3 and 4. I don't think it does, but we'll try. That did not work in the slightest. But 1 and 2 it works in the slightest. So always bottom 3 and 4, but 1 and 2 you can take like any line, I swear. You just gotta enter on the brake and turn early enough so that wherever you end up, your car is not sliding laterally in the corner. And exit, you just gotta be not too aggressive on the throttle to the point where you're causing your car to spin through your tires. But hopefully you guys can see, like, with every single different line I'm taking in 1 and 2, it's just a different feel. Yeah, 99.99, cool as a cucumber tires. The left rear is harder than the right rear. That's how little we're pushing it, and that's kind of what you want to see. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hope to see you all on the track. I hiccuped there.